Hey everyone, welcome to Our Small Footprint. My name is Nyssa, and if you're new here, we are a family of 8 who live off-grid in Australia. This is the grocery haul video of the month, the one that everyone loves to watch, and I don't really understand why, but I enjoy watching other people's grocery hauls as well, so I can understand why people like watching it. I normally get a whole bunch of new viewers who aren't members of the channel, or subscribers of the channel, so I like to do a little bit of a spiel at the beginning. I would appreciate anyone who doesn't subscribe, who might be interested in seeing more like this, to subscribe, because it's always nice to see those numbers go up. But regardless, so we shop once every 6 weeks, generally speaking. We live off grid. There is 8 of us. The 6 kids are 7, 9, 9, 10, 12 and 16. Did I get 6 people there? And 2 adults. We homeschool, we work from home, and we're fairly isolated. There is a town about 35 minutes away, but it has an IGA and a food works, and whilst we grab milk and things like that there, they don't have the quantities that we would require, and the cost is quite high, being that it's a rural shopping centre. So I travel to Brisbane to do my groceries, which is about 3.5 to 4 hour drive away. My mum lives in Brisbane, so I'm really lucky to have somewhere to stay, so I go for a couple of days, and then that way I can get everything done all at once in one trip, and it means I can go every 6 weeks, load the car up fully, and we have stuff for the 6 weeks. I also have a really good relationship with the guy who runs the Mega Fresh fruit and vegetable at Browns Plains, Adam. I went in once and sort of asked if I could buy things by the box full, and he helped me out and now lets me come in and grab things by the box full, so that's great, and they have some great specials anyway, so but it helps to be able to buy things by the box instead of just little quantities. I go to the butcher there as well, but I only buy if there's something that's significantly worthwhile buying. I do Coles and Aldi depending on what's available and what I need. There's some things that I can only get at Coles, and some things that I prefer to get at Aldi, and I do Costco on the way home for some of the really bulk stuff, and make some great savings there by buying stuff in bulk as well. Our budget is variable in that we aren't as tight on money anymore since I am earning some income from YouTube, so things have allowed to be a little bit more flexible, but I do have a desire to still keep things within scope of price, and I do like to make sure that there's no wastage. So when I buy things, I like to buy in a way that it's all going to be used. We are also buying for 6 weeks worth of groceries, and that takes a little bit of ingenuity too in making things last, and I do a whole bunch of videos after this grocery haul so that you can see how I use it all. So whilst the budget isn't as tight as it was, it's still pretty tight compared to a lot of people, I suppose, but it definitely has a little bit more leeway in it, which is really nice, to do things like this month I bought a ice cream maker because Costco had them for $150 off, and I couldn't help myself, but there would have been many a time when that would have been nowhere near, there's no way I could have stretched to do that without having planned ahead, and I managed to do it this month, which was nice. So yes, budget wise, what I aim to do is I aim to keep each meal per person under the $2 per meal. So there's 8 of us, so I aim to keep each meal under $24, $25, I suppose. Sorry, if I keep it under $2, it's $16. My maths just did well then. So each meal under the $16. Now, all my groceries include toiletries and any personal requirements like female stuff, as well as shampoo and conditioner, soaps, dish detergent, laundry detergent, anything like that. Sometimes there's other incidentals in there as well. I generally buy and cook a meal at my mum's when I'm there for her and I, which is just part of the groceries. It evens out. So what I do is my averages evens out to, the attempt is $2 per person per meal per day. We don't only eat 3 meals either, the children have plenty of snacks outside of that. And my groceries tend to last me far longer than the 6 weeks. There is some things that definitely only last the 6 weeks, but there's a lot of things that last beyond that because I buy in bulk and I preserve it and I freeze it and all that sort of thing. So anyway, the dollar, I might show you the grocery haul, because then people who aren't interested in the cost and everything can can just watch the grocery haul or not. So I'll show you the grocery haul, and then I'll come back and I'll discuss the cost of what I bought this month. Alrighty, so we have the first table load. Anyone who's watched this before knows that we have very limited space to try and get this stuff out. So we try and load up tables as we go and then get it all sorted. So we have rice milk. I managed to hit up 2 different Aldi's. So I ended up with, I want to say about 40 rice milk this month, which is nice for the kids. We got 4 packets of rice bubbles, 4 packets of Wheat Bix, 2 packets of cornflakes. They have 2 bags in each of them. I got some bread. It's not, I don't normally buy bread, but I really wanted some BLTs. This is advertising at its best on free-to-air TV. In Brisbane at the moment, there is an ad where a guy's making this really, really luscious looking BLT sandwich, and so that's what made me want it. Corn chips. These are our preferred corn chips. They're $1.15 per 100, which is the cheapest I can get. The Coles brand, but I went to 2 different Coles. First Coles had none, and the second Coles only had 4 bags. So I grabbed those 4 bags, and then I just grabbed some of the Mission Deli style ones as well. But they are $1.35 per 100, so they're a bit more expensive. And we actually really like these ones. I got 12 of the basil pesto. We still have some sun-dried tomato pesto, but the kids prefer the green, so I got the basil one. Hopefully we'll have enough basil to make our own soon. Some anchovies for all the weird people who like it on pizza. I got the kids and Darryl some Oreos, though these are quite nice, these mixed ones. Odd flavours, double stuff, like there's a choc hazelnut and a cinnamon bun one. These were half price, so they were only $1.25 a packet, and they are dairy free. I got 6 of the Aldi olive oil. We haven't minded this olive oil, and because I go to Aldi before I go to Costco, I grabbed 6 just in case I couldn't get Costco olive oil, because it can sit on the shelf indefinitely anyway. I got a soy sauce and an oyster sauce. Generally speaking, I always have 1 spare on the shelf, so if there was 1 spare, I buy another one, so that there's always 1 spare. The ketchup that I buy every month because they like it with their hot dogs. I got 12 packs of rice cakes because we had completely run out of rice cakes, and I got a box each of the original and the seaweed rice crackers. So these are 16 in a box, so I bought 32 of those because again we had absolutely none left. Peanut butter, some apple cider vinegar, which is just the Costco brand, some macaroni shaped pasta, some of the Jinmailing ramen noodles that we really like because they're only $3.10 per kilo and they cook up really lovely and soft and smooth. I bought oats. We were completely, not completely, I think there's 2 bags of oats left, but that's really minimal for us. So I actually bought, I think, 12 bags of oats just to fill our tub that we store our oats in. There's hot dog buns from Costco for dinner tonight. We were completely out of sugar, so I bought, I think, 15 kilos worth of sugar, 12 kilos worth of sugar. 15, I think. I can't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't think I would have bought 9, so I probably bought 10. I probably bought 20 kilos, but it's raw sugar. And that will fill our tub, and I won't need that for a while. Costco did have the olive oil that we like. It was more expensive this month. It was, I'll have to check the price and I'll put it up on the screen because I can't remember, but it was more expensive than normal. But I decided to get 2 packs of it while they had it in stock, and we might transition over to using the Aldi stuff indefinitely. We'll see how we go. I do prefer it in these big 3-litre bottles though, rather than like all the 1-litre bottles that I have to buy. I also grabbed a vegetable oil for our deep frying of anything that we want to deep fry. I got some straight dried spaghetti. It was something we were completely out of, so I bought 12 of those. We use 2 of those per meal, so that's only 6 meals of like bolognese or something. So I got 2 packets of these really cute Christmas sprinkles. So there's some with gingerbread men in them and some with some holly and leaves and stars and things like that. My camera doesn't want to focus on it for some reason. So got those. I bought 24 tins of coconut cream and 24 tins of corn because we were pretty much out of those as well. So that was the first table load of items. Alrighty, second table worth here. What do we got? We got 2 of the 48 rolls of the Quilton toilet paper. I got some more of these instant udon noodles. These, it takes 2 for us to make a lunch meal, 2 packets, and they were 2 for $7. So I got 8 of them. So there's 4 meals there worth of those, 4 lunches there worth of those udon noodles. But everyone really liked them as a lunch, so I thought that was worthwhile. I got 6 of these really big, nice cabbages. There's 3 here and 3 on the other end of the table. I got a jar of green curry paste. I normally buy half a dozen of these when they're on sale. It wasn't on sale, but we have none left. So I just wanted 1, a spare instant yeast for the shelf because I just opened the one that was on the shelf. Some of the goat's milk soap from Aldi that we use. Costco had these Kirkland brand vacuum bags that I thought I'd give a go. It was $35 for... Oh yeah, camera doesn't want to thing. So 3 rolls that are 20 centimeters wide, 4 rolls that are, what is that, 20, I can't read that through my camera, 28 centimeters wide, and 50 pre-cut 1 quart size bags. So I thought that would seem to be a pretty good sort of a price to try these ones out. I got a pink salt. We're just out of salt, and so I grabbed this one. I need to do our bulk order, which will have salt in it, but I just haven't got around to it. So, and my mic hasn't been plugged in, so let's see what it might have been. Anyway, so I just grabbed the salt. That was cheap. It was like 9 cents per 100, so it was fairly inexpensive. I got some coffee beans. There is 2 of the Aldi and 2 of the Coles brand. These are both the same price. They're $12 per kilo, but I just like to get a couple of each. Some garbage bags, some of the soft nylon scourers for dishes, some laundry sanitizer, and our coconut milk that we use for our hot coffee. I got some dish detergent. This is not my choice of dish detergent, but I went to 2 different Aldis and neither of them had the one that I prefer, so this is what we got. And then some of the laundry liquid as well. Some of the fruit and stuff, there'll be more in the eskies, but we got 5 trays of these blueberries, so there is 12 punnets on each tray, and it works out to about 2 kilos per tray, and they were $10 a tray, so that was really neat. I grabbed those. I grabbed a box of really nice looking tomatoes, a box of rock melons. These were really cheap. I think it was $15 for this box of rock melon. Underneath it is actually a box of apples. They're just little red apples, but because it was in a rock melon box, obviously someone assumed it was rock melon as well, but it's actually a box of apples, and they were just little cheap $1.20 red apples. Mangoes were the other thing that I got cheap this time round. These ones are all, some of them are a bit rumpled and sad looking, but that just meant that I got them nice and cheap. So I got 5 boxes of these mangoes for $40. So I don't know how many mangoes or the weight per tray, but that's a really good price. And I'm going to make a whole bunch of the mango lime cordial out of these because we really enjoyed that last time we had mangoes. I grabbed some potatoes from Costco because I didn't need a big box and they didn't have anything particularly on special at the fruit and veg, so these are a reasonable price, and that's the other 3 cabbages that I grabbed. Alrighty, 3rd table full. So I got a box of the beef trim. Like normal, this one is 15 kilos, it's $9.99 a kilo, so it's the vacuum sealed beef trim in there that I use to make for mince and whatever else. I just did that video recently showing what I did with it. I got some bags of frozen vegetables. We still do have some frozen vegetables in the freezer. We use a whole bag of these in one meal, so we go through a fair few of them, but we try to save them for the end of the month and use all the fresh stuff at the beginning. I did buy this coffee from Costco. It was $5 off, and I do like to try some slightly fancier ones every now and again. So it was about $1.70 per 100 versus the $1.20 that the cheap stuff is, but I decided to give it a go. I got a small tray of broccoli and a small tray of zucchini because I didn't want whole boxes at the price that they were at the fruit and veg, but the broccoli florets were actually $4 off or something at Costco as well, so I grabbed those because they weren't too bad a price. I grabbed some of the baby cos hearts for the BLTs that I really want. I got a box of these really nice cherry tomatoes. They are lovely and sweet, really good colour and texture, and I can't remember how much they were. I think it was $25 for the 7 kilo box, which is a pretty good price for them. When I went to Costco, they were selling them for $10 a kilo, so I grabbed some of the grated grana padano that I really like to add to a bunch of things for flavour. I grabbed 1 tray of strawberries. They were pretty good price, but I bought 8 kilos of strawberries last time, and I got other fruit this time with all the mangoes and stuff, so I decided to just grab 1 tray basically for fresh eating of them this time, and they're lovely and ripe and very sweet. I also got a tray of grapes. So these are green seedless grapes. They are really nice as well, and the kids adore grapes. So I got a box of those as well. I think it might have been 22 for the box. And there's 3, 6, 10 bags in here. So it was cheap in the end anyway. The fruit and veg shop cost me $2.34 this month. So all the stuff that came from the fruit and veg shop. I got some carrots from Costco because I didn't need 20 kilos because I just wasn't going to have enough room in the fridge to have the big bag. We would have eaten them. We do eat them over the 6 weeks, but I got a lot of fruit that needs to go in the fridge this month, and I wouldn't have had room for the big bag of carrots. I got this. It's an Indian style pot set natural yogurt. I just wanted pot set yogurt to use as a starter for making yogurt for home. I buy powdered starter, except that it comes in little specimen jars, and I noticed the other day that someone has put liquid in the starter in the specimen jar, so it's no good. So I just grabbed this just to start off my yogurt that I haven't been doing lately. I bought a new yogurt maker, so I'll show you guys that when I do it. A tub of Nuttalex. I got this box of butter beans because they were the best priced beans going, and they are really nice. I've never had butter beans before, but they are really nice. So a box of butter beans that'll be used for all our stir fries and stuff over the next however long they last. Asparagus season. So this Australian asparagus was only $8.99 for a kilo, so while it's cheap, I grabbed it. We got maybe 6 spears of asparagus out of the garden, and that's all. So we really like it, so I thought while it's cheap I'll grab some. I got the dehydrated veggie crisps. This is Kavik's request every time I do the shopping. He likes me to buy a bag of these, so I always grab them, and they eat it in one sitting, of course. And I grabbed some limes because I do have some frozen pieces, but I want to make that mango lime cordial, so I thought I'd grab these as well. I think it was only $4 for the bag. It was fairly inexpensive. And then I know I already mentioned the blueberries in the last lot, so then those blueberries are there. So that's the next table load. And the last lot. So I got chicken. I got 4 of the chicken thighs. They are still the $11.29 a kilo, which I'm pretty sure that's what it was last month as well. And the chicken breasts, which are $10.39 a kilo. Again, I'm pretty sure that's what it was last month as well. I got some shortcut bacon. This was on special. Shortcut bacon is not my favorite, but I couldn't get any economy bacon at the butcher again. They didn't have any bacon on special that wasn't, $15 a kilo, so I thought I'll wait and see what's at Costco. I was going to buy one of the pork bellies to make bacon with, but they've gone up in price to $16.49 a kilo, and this is only going to be a 4-week shopping trip, and I've got a lot of fruit to get through, so I decided that I would forego that, and I bought this maple cured streaky bacon as a treat for like the BLTs that I really want. It was $16 a kilo, so it's the same price as the pork belly. Obviously mine's nicer, but this will be nice as a treat to have some bacon, and this one will be good for cooking with and things like that, so we'll make do. A packet of the puff pastry, the 3 Mersey Valley cheeses that I buy myself as a treat each month, some ham. I like these little individual hams to go into the fridge for the kids. Some of the Italian style salami. This is really nice salami. It is this very similar price to like your standard packaged stuff, but this is really nice. Some hot dog sausages for dinner tonight. I got 2 of the rolled pork roasts, $7.99 a kilo. Each one's about 7 kilos, and I bought a bag of chocolate chips for baking for this month as well. And that was everything. Alrighty, so that was the haul for this month. Now I have my notes here of how much it cost me. So all up it cost me $2,228.13. That's including the ice cream maker because that was at Costco. So less that, I did have it written down, $1,978.13, and this is in Australian dollars. I'll try and put a conversion up in US dollars. So This grocery haul is a little bit strange in that it'll be 4 weeks. I'll do another haul in 4 weeks because we're in the lead up to Christmas, and so I need to have a couple more hauls in before Christmas because of the timing of it. So there's going to be 2 grocery trips with only 4 weeks between them because the 6 weeks just didn't work. But I'm not real good at buying for 4 weeks. So a lot of this stuff I bought in quantities that I sat there and went, I probably could have bought less of this because I'm going to be back here in 6 weeks, back here in 4 weeks, but that's fine. But if you break it down, so if we broke this shopping trip down into only 4 weeks, then it would be $494 per week, which would be at $2.94 per person per meal over the days. Like, that's 3 meals a day. But if it was broken down into 6 weeks, it would be $329.69 a week, and it would be $1.96 per person per meal, which is around about what they normally average out to. So I'd say that partly I just bought for 6 weeks instead of 4. But I did buy some extras. I did forget ghee, mind you. I either didn't see it or I just completely forgot it. But I did buy 2 of the 6 litres of olive oil, and it was a little bit more expensive. It was $59.99 for the 6 litres this month, which is $1 per 100, which is a bit more expensive than normal. I like to buy it about the 60 cents per 100, so it was a bit more expensive, but they only have it sometimes, and it's the one that we really prefer to make mayo with. So I bought 2 lots of it. Now, we only go through around about 1 lot of it in a 6-week period, about a litre a week. So that is theoretically 12 weeks worth of olive oil that I bought there. I also bought a whole lot of fruit that's going to last a while. So with the blueberries I bought, it ends up being 10 kilos of blueberries. So that will be something that will be used in many ways over a while. I bought a tray of strawberries, but they'll probably just get eaten. But I bought 5 boxes of mangoes as well, so they will all be, there's a lot of them are just getting eaten as, mango, but they will be pieced and frozen for smoothies and smoothie pops and ice cream and all sorts of things for many weeks to come. So that will be a long-term sort of a thing. They will be used for quite a while. What else did I get in large amounts? I can't think of what I got. I did spend about $30 or $20 on dinner for Mum and I. I got a boneless chook and some gratins that I cooked in her air fryer for us. I did buy a couple of treats in the shop I think there was some Coke that was shown in one of the trolleys that was for Mum and I had it with dinner, some vanilla Coke, and I think the spare one came home because it was a 2 for $5 thing. I buy a couple of packets of biscuits that I eat on the trip home that helps me stay awake on the drive home, and there was things like Oreos and stuff that were extras, but it was a fairly standard shop realistically, and the pricing sort of reflects that. So that was October's grocery haul. The next 2 grocery hauls are also going to be a little bit strange just because we buy some things out of the ordinary in the lead up to Christmas, but also summer is the best time for stone fruit and mangoes and berries and things like that. And so while I can get them in large amounts, I will be doing so because that will last longer. So anyway, I think I've covered everything and I'm rambling as per usual. So that was the grocery haul for October, and I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks.